Okay, I just pulled up at the grocery store along with, well, looks like everybody else, because that's what people do when there's chaos and panic in the world. They rush out to the grocery store, and that's understandable, right? I'm here, but I am sitting in a parking spot that is definitely the furthest from the door. So on a positive spin, I'm going to get in some steps today, some really good steps. So we should always park the furthest from the door anyway, so that's good news. Always a silver lining. I'm Wendie Pett with Visibly Fit, and I want to share with you in this video how not to panic during this time, but to plan and prepare so that you feel equipped and you build your immune system during this time for you and your family. So join me in the grocery store, and I'm going to walk you through a few simple things that can really make a difference during this time. So join me. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay, we're going in. And the good news is there's Purell wipes. Or are we out? We can't be out. Oh, good. Other side. Okay, very good. Gotta have wipes. Yeah, here we go. Gotta use them. That's right. Sanitize, sanitize, right? Actually, it's a good thing to do anyway. So we're gonna wipe down the cart and get going. Okay, so I'm in the store and I'm going down the aisles, and it's not too crazy. No one's in panic. That's really, really good. But we do have some essentials that you definitely want to stock up on so that you can start doing some batch cooking. In case you need to be indoors for any length of time, we can batch cook, and then you can freeze some of these meals so that you have them on hand, okay? It's always good to have veggie broth on hand. This is important so you can make soups and stews. Get several of these. That's always a good idea to have anyway, and also to do any kind of stir fries or anything like that. I'll just put a splash of this in it, but definitely for soups and stews. So grab these off the shelf, just a few, don't go crazy, but you definitely need to have these on hand, along with some other things I'm going to show you, like beans and some frozen vegetables, and also some fresh fruits and vegetables that we can actually freeze and have on hand. So hang with me, I'll show you the ropes. Okay, I said I was headed over to the beans, but I came to the rice first. And this is great to have on hand because it is hearty and it's nutrient dense, but I love forbidden rice. It's black rice. It's not going to spike up your insulin levels as quickly, but it's great. It's hearty. And there's also here, there's Earthly Choice. There's tons of options, right, as far as brands, but make sure you're getting organic, non-GMO. But this is a great thing to grab while you're in the mindset of grabbing things to sustain you, because you can make a lot of dishes by throwing frozen vegetables even on top of rice. I mean, make it really simple, but having that on hand and it cooks major quantities is big. Also, quinoa, make sure you're getting organic quinoa. Here's one that I like. It's a tri-colored, but you can get the white, you can get the brown. This is tri-colored. I love it. You can get the red. But those are good things to have on hand. You can mix it with beans. You can mix it with any kind of spice, and it really makes for a healthy meal in addition to those vegetables that we're going to get to in just a bit. But grab those. Put them in your cart. Okay, this is the bean shelf, and people have the right idea of getting beans. So, looks like they are going a little more quickly, which is all good, but make sure you're grabbing, BPA-free lining cans that are organic, and these are going to sustain you during this time as well. Grab several cans. If you want to cook beans in a bag, that's totally fine too, but this is simple and quick. Just make sure you rinse them, but this is something you can put on top of that rice and mix with veggies and make a meal, and it's going to be hearty and sustain you. So grab those beans. Okay, and I'm coming down this aisle. This is the paper good aisle, and yeah, it's empty. No toilet paper to be found. Yeah, that's when you know things are in chaos mode. All right, moving on to the food. Okay, so getting frozen vegetables is a really good idea, and it looks like people are jumping in on this plan. I'm going to reach for the organic kale back there if I can. I don't know if I can. Oh my goodness, I'm reaching. because this is a good thing to put in your smoothies, of course. It's always a good thing to have on hand. Make sure you're getting organic, whatever brand is cool. But there's also cauliflower. I think I'll grab some of those because you can just bake them. And that's a yummy little side item as you're cooking. I'm going to grab probably these mixed vegetables here. Whatever you like, but you know, most of these vegetables are flash frozen, so you're still getting quality nutrients, and it's just good to have on hand to put in your freezer, to put in your soups and stews. And yeah, behind me, this is hilarious. This is beer. Get your beer, get your alcohol. No, go over here, go over here. So there's just lots of options, luckily, still available. No one's panicked that much, which is great. I don't think there's any reason to panic, by the way. It's about planning and preparing, right? So that's what we're doing. We're planning and preparing. So I'm looking for some peas. I like peas. So whatever you and your family like to eat, again, this is just a good idea to have on hand at any time. I have some frozen items always on hand in case I'm coming back from traveling and I don't have food, fresh food ready and available. It's in the freezer, so I can just throw it into a stir fry, make a dish, or throw it into something else that I'm making, like a soup or stew. So do that. That's the next best thing to do. Okay, so I'm in the produce area and I'm pretty amazed. Like, it's not all picked over like I would think it would be. People are picking over like more junk food and stuff off the aisles, which is fascinating to me, because what I want you to know is that you can actually preserve like fruits. I mean, you can buy fruits and then freeze them and then put them in your smoothies or put them in your oats. So fresh is always best. So grab the fresh, and then I'm going to show you how to freeze them so that you can be prepared and plan ahead. And also, like, to make green drinks, you can actually prepare those ahead of time and have them in your freezer ready to go and prepared. So I'm going to show you how to do all that. So stick with me, but buy fresh. You can buy fresh and then we can freeze. Okay, I'm checking out. It's going to cost me. It's going to cost me, but it's going to be worth it in the end. It's all good. Planning and prepping, not panicking. All right, remember said I was getting in my steps? I'm definitely getting in my steps. I'm parking the furthest away from the from the door. Anyway, yeah, it's been an interesting journey, and I am so grateful to plan and prepare, and I can't wait to show you more. All right, well, I made it home from the grocery store, so that's a good thing. And I wanted to show you how I make some green drinks, and this would be great for you, especially if you're trying to build up your immune system and you buy a bunch of fresh ingredients and you don't want them to go bad. This is what I do for my green drink. And if you want this green drink recipe, go to the link below, or you can go to my app and get it as well. But it's super simple. I just take like a handful of spinach. Lost one in the sink. Take a handful of spinach. Take some romaine lettuce. Now, the romaine was already gone out of the grocery store. Panic mode. Where's the romaine? Oh my goodness. So I just got some mixed greens. No big deal. Just take a handful of whatever you have, whether it's romaine or mixed greens. And then I take a little bit of kale, and you can just strip the kale. This is all going to go into a NutriBullet or a Vitamix. Put that in here. I take a stalk of organic celery, and you know what? I don't really wash it. Is that gross? I don't care. B12, baby. Get some B12. Throw that in there. In fact, I think I'm going to throw in 2 just because this is a smaller stalk. And then I take a little bit of lime and a little bit of lemon, and that will cut the bitter, because this alone would be very bitter. And for the sake of time, I went ahead and peeled some lemon and lime. I'm going to throw that in there. Ginger is another great source to help to build the immune system. So I'm going to add some ginger this time, just a little bit, and I did peel it, so throw that in the bag. Cucumber. Cucumber is going to be great. Just take a few slices of cucumber, about like that. Throw that in the bag. And then normally I have red apple, but we're going to go green today. Remember, everybody was panicked at the grocery store, so we're making do. So I just take about 1/4 of an apple, not even, but it's really just to kind of sweeten this up just a little bit. And if it's not sweet enough for you, you can throw in just 1 or 2 strawberries, okay? But that's it. So what I like to do is I like to really put it in a bag here, press out all the air, okay? And then I would make several of these, you know, make 6 to 10 of them, 6 8, 10, whatever. I don't know how big your family is or what kind of ingredients you have, but make a lot to prepare. And leave a little bit of space here so the air can come out. Just kind of roll that air out, okay? And then we'll seal it up. And then I just take a piece of tape and then I just lock it shut with the tape. And then I will write on it with a 𝐪𝐴 the date, and then I'll just throw it right in the fridge, or excuse me, the freezer. That way it's ready to go. All you have to do is add the water, and then you have your green drink. And this is going to help build up your immune system. Drink this every day. I'm telling you, your body will thank you. Now, another thing that is good to do, if you bought a bunch of berries and bananas and different things that might go bad pretty quickly or may not be on the shelves later when you go back to get them, you can freeze them, okay? You can also buy frozen fruits already, not with the syrup or any of that, just the organic flash frozen berries. But if you got fresh, because actually they're on sale right now, or if you have a banana that's about to go bad, just peel it and put it in a freezer bag. You can use it for your smoothies. You can use it for banana ice cream. That's right, it's called nice cream because it's not really ice cream. So put like several of those in a bag. I usually put about 4 or 5. Again, put the air out of the bag, roll it up, put it in the freezer, and then when you're ready to take it out and use just one for a smoothie, you can do that and then put them back in the freezer. So you've always got a go-to if you don't have fresh bananas or fresh berries. So those are just a few ideas. I'm going to give you more, so stay tuned and keep coming back to my channel or my Facebook page or Instagram or however you're viewing this, and I'm going to give you more about how to build your immunity and how to plan and prepare and not be panicked.